attack, fast fatal heart impact, past painful scars. In fact, I blast tasteful bars and packs. I back up my actions, fact don't ask, grab reactions, jacked attack with every word, then act with class as they hear me snap. I got nothing to lose, cause I fought and felt the bruise. Now I'm not the one confused, call the shots and they produce. I ain't lost, I'm finally loose, pick a new silver excuse. I need the views to boost me to a new abuse of being used. Everybody wants a piece now, y'all can rest in peace now. You're dead to me, so peace out. Remember, you're just freaked out. Get ready for defeat now.
Damn it. Why does it have to be so difficult? Oh, come on. It's not that hard. Says you. You didn't even get that many internships. Oh, come on. I got a pretty good amount. Yeah, well, come on. Even then, look at Midoriya. Now, pan over to him. Izuku Midoriya. Internship number? High. Now, Midoriya, since he won the sports festival, scored the top ranking for internships. In fact, UA believes that Midoriya now holds the current title for the most internships ever received for a single person. Now, he is surrounded by the girls, all of them trying to talk with and see what internships they might be best suited for. Now, Midoriya is also sitting there, going through a few internship forms and trying to find one that catches his attention. This one, no, not this one. Don't really see myself as a sailor. Endeavor's internship. Yeet! Midoriya tossing it towards the garbage. Everyone watching as he just tosses it away. Now, with that, Aizawa does actually ask Midoriya exactly what does he believe he is doing. Oh. I'm sorting through all the internships. Getting rid of the ones that don't catch my attention. Yes, but you are aware that any internship you take on will actually be recorded down. So you must choose them wisely. In fact, I believe that throwing that internship away, well, it might damage your hero reputation. What? Going on an internship with Endeavor. Yeah. That man can barely stay calm enough to hold a conversation. So, I'd rather not have his ego mixed with my sarcasm. It would make efficiency go down a lot. Plus, I'd probably get stuck just fighting him or probably even just hearing him bitch. Aizawa, not even really caring. Zipping up his sleeping bag and saying, carry on. Laying down. Informing everyone that along with that they also do need to decide their hero names. So, get on with it. I'm gonna take a nap. Midnight stepping up and informing everyone of what they need to do. Be careful, these names will decide your futures, especially since they cannot be changed. Now, with that, there is a whole lot of tension on everyone on deciding what to go with. Now, with that, everyone is just going on to pick their names, while Midori is still trying to sort through internships. Okay, he has to pick one before the end of the day. End of the day. Now, as Midori is sorting through all of them, he's basically been spending most of his class periods ever since, well, first period, trying to decide. And then they are all at lunch. Midoriya basically at least flipping through another file. Damn it. Now, as Midori is going through the files and actually trying to think about this, he actually does stand up. All the girls, at least trying to ask him what he's going to do. I don't know. Honestly, this is actually getting a bit annoying. Now, With that, someone does actually say Midoriya's name. However, Midoriya feels like they were missing something whenever they said it. Turning and seeing a group of girls actually come running up to him and asking for his autograph. Oh, sure. Them going on to state that they didn't even realize that he was actually in UA. Yeah, you do actually look a lot different from whenever you were in that movie last year. Or this year, sorry. Oh, no, you kinda had it right. Usually movies are filmed a year earlier. Then after that, you just have to wait for release dates. Oh! Oh, so she was right. Yeah, I sort of thought they just, made them and then immediately released them. Then again, that doesn't make sense. Why they can't just immediately get theaters and stuff like that? Those people continuing their conversation as they walk off. Midoriya turning back to what he's doing. Most of the girls already have their internships picked out. Asui is going, well, sailing. Momo and apparently Kendo might be going to the same place with a beauty pageant hero or someone. And, well, yikes. Ibarra's going somewhere. I actually don't know where Ibarra's internship was. Wow, I am actually forgetting where everyone's internship was at. This is new. Anyways, basically most of them pick the same internships as canon. And you do have Midoriya who's still a bit more complicated on it. And, well, Deanne. Deanne herself, she at least performed somewhat good. During the cavalry battle and the run portion, she fell behind at first, but she was able to keep up enough in the first part to at least get a few eyes on her. Where she should have been dead last, she actually finished within the top 50 for that, proving that her speed and strength may be a bit higher than people expected. Now, Midoriya actually does decide that, okay, this one might be his best bet. Now, as it does happen, lunch is over. Midoriya standing up and going to walk away with everyone else. Now, as Midoriya does actually get to the hallway for Class 1A, he goes to slide open the door. And there's the class. Everyone is currently getting in their seats. However, they're not moving. Okay, haha, Midoriya says, walking in. If this is some practical joke, it's not funny. Midoriya confused, walking around and seeing that Ida is frozen. Then there's Mineta, crap, even Jiro. Midoriya bringing his hand up and actually grabbing her earphone jack. Whenever he actually does move it upwards and let go of it, there's no response. That's weird. She usually doesn't like that. That would have pissed her off. So what the hell is going on? Midoriya walking out and heading into Class 1B. The same thing's going on. That guy's falling out of his chair. That guy looks like he just punched him. Okay, this is super weird. As soon as Midoriya does actually go to back out of the classroom this time, he bumps into someone, turning around. My, you must be the immortal. What? Who are you? Midoriya bringing his hands up, getting ready to activate Hunter's Fest. Oh, don't worry, don't worry. In fact, I know you've been looking for me. You're Merlin, aren't you? Oh, that was fast. So you do know who I am. Not only by name. Huh. Okay. So you're here. Amazing. Why do you wait so long before trying to come to me if you knew I was already looking for you? Oh, straight to the questions. Well, it's actually quite simple. I've seen a lot of different quirks in my time, magical powers, and just strange abilities overall. So I couldn't be sure that you were actually the immortal. People gave you the nickname. They even call you that. What is another one they call you? Movie star? It's all quite the same. Within all my time, though, well, there's been abilities I thought were people were the immortal, or were simply just a magic user. But then there's you. During the sports festival, I can confirm it. The pipe through the head, through your heart, and even regenerating everything from bone. Having most of your torso and face ripped apart by an explosion, only to stand back up and begin regeneration. That almost sealed the entire deal. Watching the combat portion. In fact, I do believe that you were kind of confused as to how your little friend was using magic the other day, weren't you? Wait. That was you, wasn't it? She said earlier that she remembered something strange. Oh my, did she? Did she ever say that she ran into anyone? No. So why'd you do that to her? Why simply just to insert a bit of a test? If she can use magic, and you noticed it and acted a certain way, I could tell if it really was you. And it was. Then there's that little doll you have tailing you. At first I couldn't tell why she was different. But upon closer inspection, well, there it was. Non-human. So, I would love to continue this conversation, but I'm a very busy woman. I can see. You can stop time, though. Yes, I can. So, if you could stop time all the time, you're not really a busy woman. You're just a woman with a whole lot of time on her hands, aren't you? Alright. So, tell me what you know so far then. What I know? Alright. Midoriya giving a full-fledged explanation. This is what he knows, this is what's going on, and, well, this is what he has. All the information on the demon, a picture of it, and even, quite simply, a goddess. Okay. Interesting. A goddess. So you're looking for that? No, they were looking for it. Okay. I believe I know how to solve this little problem. Do you? Why, yes. The man looking for the goddess. He's already been killed. What? What are you saying? What I'm saying is that currently, he is not your biggest threat. It's the other demon that killed him. What? Yes. The one who has killed Frodnan the demon is, quite simply, either someone above him or someone stronger than him. My guess is whenever he was able to slip free of the seal, he went back. I did notice some higher reports of people going missing around that area. Wait, that area? You know where he's sealed at? The demons are sealed? Why, yes. It's an excavation site, in the middle of a quarry. I believe that you should know already, since I narrowed it down for you. Missing persons, and a quarry site. You can do the rest. But still, you need to tell me everything. Child, I've been alive for a very long time. In fact, even I am older than that seal. What? Yes, you didn't know? Well, I cannot blame you. You see, I've been alive for ages. In fact, I'm far older than you might ever grow to be. Especially if I, well, have my aging stopped still. But for right now, I believe that you can help me. Help you? Yes, the Goddess Clan. I believe that I might know where they are located. I'm going to be researching it further, and I could really use your assistance. especially because if I try and access them, they might try and scramble my own brain. Can't you use magic against that? No, I do not believe so. In all of my life, I have never found magic to rival a god, or the goddess clan, nor the demon clan. But with your help, I believe we might be able to at least talk with them and try and convince them otherwise. Hmm. Okay, but what about your friends? Oh, quite simple. Her walking back into class 1A and stating that all of them, they can come along too, can't they? No, that's not what I mean. Listen, you're a bit of a entire question to me, but I'm just curious. Do you think that I can beat whatever killed Frodnan? Oh, Frodnan. Well, you must beat him significantly right now, as you are, or as you were. However, that was months ago. You are, I want to say, at least 3 times stronger than then, yes? Mm-hmm. I think. I don't really keep count. Okay, good. Well, I would have to say no, not as you currently are. In fact, if you want to beat him, you will still have to go for another millennia. Or, well, yes, I believe a millennia would be the right term. I almost bit my tongue twice. Now, Midoriya is confused. What does she mean? You would need to spend every single waking moment you have training, just to even come close to a chance of scratching that man and hurting him. But that would be if he was at full power. What? Yes, right now the demon is weakened. In fact, I want to say that he barely has access to 1/10 of his latent ability. So, if you are able to kill him, then you better hurry. He is not the only one, or, well, you're not the only one, looking for the goddess. He's been scouring all of, well, I want to say the northern continents. He's moving at super high speeds, and people aren't able to keep track of him. So, I believe I at least bought you some time with my distraction. What? Yes, he's currently trying to find a magic that I created. In fact, you could call it a magical avatar. They might look like his dearly departed beloved. What? Yes, the goddess. The goddess that he believes to roam the earth is actually the former lover he had. If I remember correctly, the war all broke out because of these two, and they tried to stand. Or if memory serves actually. Hmm. No, I don't think that's how it went. Can you just tell me it? Child, this story was eons ago. Back whenever I was still a little girl. Wow, okay. Well, what then? Well, she says, bringing up a hand, saying that she already submitted a form like this. An internship request? Yes. You and I are going to be going on an adventure. And as we are doing so, you will accompany me. We will find the Goddess Clan and at least see if they will try to help us. You're joking. Are you at least going to teach me anything then? Hmm? This is an internship. I'm supposed to learn something from you. Besides, just disappearing off the face of the planet for 2 weeks? That alone isn't good. Ah, I see. Well then. Her walking up to him and bringing her hand up and touching Midoriya's face. saying that she believes that she can just create magical doppelgangers. What? There's a variety of magic in every living being. I, however, am able to harness it. Not only have I created a few spells out of boredom, but I even am able to completely transfer magic over to an individual. Why do you think your little friend over there learned it so fast? Especially with the hardening abilities of a giant. Of a giant? That's the type of magic they possess? Hmm. Okay, you have my interest. I see. But this whole duplication thing, do you think that I can do it too, with enough training? Hmm. It's safe to say that you could be able to, but if you're going to use it in real life, or use it for your little hero work where you're still doing that in this century, then I believe that you would need to try and explain it a certain way. Attribute it to an ability of your quirk where you cut off a lost limb, and both sides begin to grow back. You try and force regeneration in that limb while your body is regrowing. Huh. I actually wouldn't have thought about that. I'd probably just make some bullshit excuse that I cut both halves and both of them regenerated. Well, you're not entirely wrong on that, but I do not want to give you the benefit of the doubt. Anyways, now, with that, time resumes, and Midoriya is standing there, kind of confused, as All Might does actually walk in, and he goes from seeing Midoriya sitting down to Midoriya standing up. I am here, all eyes on All Might. Young Midoriya, I would like to speak with you for one moment. Oh, sure. Midoriya leaving the room, as he sets down an internship request on his desk. Now, All Might pulls Midoriya aside to begin talking with him. And Midoriya gives All Might some more blood, beginning to ask All Might if he feels any physically different. Whereas my physical time limit did increase, my physical body's begun to at least feel a bit different. What do you mean? I felt a lot better. In fact, I want to say the last time I felt like this, I was in my prime. That's good then, right? Well, yes. It seems like you're able to at least help fix some of the wear and tear I've put on myself. Okay. Now, as All Might consumes the blood, he begins to grow in size a little bit more. And the wound does significantly begin healing more and more. Before Midoriya does actually do one thing. He tells All Might to apply it directly to the injury, see what that does. It helps out better than just drinking the blood. Now, with that, All Might's at least about 80%. Now, with that, All Might does actually sit down Midoriya and ask him more questions. Midoriya giving him answers to some of them. Now, with that, he actually does head back to his class. And this is what currently is going on. He's picked out an internship, Merlin's. And then there's his hero name. He couldn't think of a good one, so he just went with what everyone else calls him, movie star. Now, with that being said, Midoriya also does begin to head home. However, whenever he does actually go to leave, he does actually feel a bit of a disturbance. That magical presence. Oh, Merlin's nearby. I thought she left. Whatever. Midoriya leaving, and going to head home. He's got to get everything packed up for his internship. Now, Whenever Midoriya does actually get home, he gets into the elevator, heads up to his room, and gets there, unlocking his door and heading in. Now, as Midoriya does actually arrive, he actually does call out for his dad. Dad? Dad, are you here? Now, with that, Midoriya is kind of confused. And Elaine, well, she's kind of not surprised. He's probably out getting something. Hopefully. Kinda concerning though. Where do you think he went? Midoriya walking to the kitchen and opening the fridge. No, he just went grocery shopping the other day, or, well, not even that far ago. That long ago, my bad. Now, with that, Midoriya then at least turns around and sees something sitting there. Picking it up and finding that it's a plate of cookies. Oh no. Oh no? Yep, I know what this means. Midoriya just setting them aside and grabbing the notes. Dear Izuku, I'm sorry. Ever since I've woken up to this world, it felt weird. And it's felt wrong. So, I'm sorry to tell you this, like this. I wanted to talk to you earlier this morning, but, well, it sort of was very difficult. Listen, Midoriya. I'm just confused, is all. I'm trying to process it. And, well, it's not just that. It's the entire industry. I used to work every single day. My job, being an actor, being in movies. It's something that I always loved. And I can see you with being a hero. Back during the sports festival, I saw the way you looked at it. The way you found it. Whenever you fight for not only yourself. You're fighting to protect people. You've been given an extraordinary gift, Midoriya. Do not let it go to waste. But me? Well, I've been trying to get back to it. But I just can't. I'm going to go say goodbye to your mother. Now, there's a phone number here at the bottom. So, if you ever do need to call me or if, well, anything comes up, anything at all, just give me a call. Along with that, I'll at least make sure to check up on you. I'll try and call every once a week. If I don't forget the charger for my phone. Sorry, son. Now, Midoriya is actually left very angry. And as soon as he does go to walk away, he immediately just lets out all of his rage, smashing his hand directly through the wall. Now, with that, Dean does actually ask why is he that mad. You wouldn't understand it, Dean. You don't know what it's like to lose somebody close to you, do you? Midoriya is saying that directly to her, with tears filling in his eyes. And Deanne actually is taken aback by that. Not too sure what to say. Being left stunned and frozen. Meanwhile, we do have Midoriya. Who? He just leaves. Now, Midoriya heads to the cemetery where his mother is buried. And once he gets there, he does find his father, who is just sitting there with an old newspaper clipping. and, well, a bottle. He's sipping on it while looking at the photo. And Midoriya does eventually walk up. So this is where you're hiding. It's not hiding if I tell you where I am, Izuku. Dad, what are you... Why? I'm just tired, son. I don't know what to do. So, I'm going to travel for a while. Hopefully, well, not hopefully. I will come back one day. And once I do, I want you to know that I'll just be there. I'll always be there for you. No matter what happens, no matter what problems pop up. Midori is getting completely angry, as his father brings up his other hand, and waves it over the years. His mother's birth date to the date she died. All that time. Midori, do you see this space right here? Him pointing at the little piece in between those numbers. All that. All 42 years. Not 42 years. All 37 years, I want to say. That was actually going to be the first number I said. Now I just messed up this entire situation. Anyways, that probably got someone to laugh since they're not sad anymore. But let's continue. All 37 years. Put into that little space. It really says a lot. Now, Hasashi then turns, asking Midoriya if he's come to visit her at all. Midoriya not even saying a word, dropping onto his knees and beginning to cry. Hasashi, at least attempting to stand, falling over onto his knees and hugging his son. You're gonna be fine, Izuku. You're gonna be alright. You can take care of yourself, I know that. You've been doing a good job ever since, well, I've been gone. I'm here now. You're not alone, son. But listen to me. He says, pulling away from his son. You have to learn to depend on other people. You have to learn that you can't go at it alone. Do you understand me? Hisashi saying this with tears in his eyes, explaining that the only reason why he's gotten so far was because he relied on Inko. She was his biggest source for inspiration. And he's gonna see if he can go find something else. He's not gonna try and get married again though. He's already had his happy ending. Now, Hisashi gets up and goes to walk away. Midoriya is just sitting there as he stares at the tombstone. Hi, Mom. It's been a minute. Sorry, I haven't come to visit. I've just been very busy. With everything going on, what my focus has been, I'm trying to get the man who killed you. Trying to avenge you. But I see that maybe revenge isn't the best thing. It's all it's been driving me, pushing me. I'm immortal, Mom. What does that mean? Ever since I've heard those words, it's been frightening. I can experience death over and over and over again. And it hurts. It just hurts. But even then, I feel like the pain doesn't stop. Do you know how would you fix this? If I knew what would happen that day, would I have actually taken the fountain? Now, as Midoriya does say this, someone actually does come walking up behind him. Midoriya actually does turn around, confused for a second. There she is, Diane. Midoriya turning around and saying, "You shouldn't have followed me," while actually bringing his hands up to his eyes and wiping away his tears. Midoriya, I can understand it. Him confused turning around. Her eyes are filled with tears also. What? This being confusing, as she just walks over to him before kneeling down, bringing her hands up to his head and showing him everything. Elaine didn't simply die after he left the forest. She lived longer than she thought she would. In fact, she only died shortly after Elaine, well, not Elaine, after the doll left. Well, not even after, before the doll left. Deanne buried her, and then did what she was instructed to do: hop on a plane. However, Deanne, well, after she left the forest, her memories were wiped. And it didn't make sense. Elaine didn't want her to live with the guilt of leaving a place unknown. So her final task was to wipe her memories and only remember Izuku Midoriya. Now, Deanne just begins to cry herself. Midoriya, he cries too. He finally does the one thing that he's been so afraid to do: have a good cry. Now, with that being said, I do hope you guys enjoyed and have an amazing night. And I am aware that this was a bit of a sadder episode, but yeah. This was actually sort of already the plan for Hisashi. Along with that, I was also going to be doing some character development for both Deku and Elaine. Now, I'm guessing the drama was ruined by me messing up the year counts, but I believe it was still there, since I myself am actually having my eyes water. Anyway guys, I do hope you enjoyed.